The leak hit like a lightning strike, igniting chaos across royal circles and Hollywood alike. One late-night post on a little-known celebrity forum, a blurry screenshot allegedly showing a WhatsApp conversation between Prince Harry and supermodel Gisele Bündchen, set off a storm that no one could contain. Within minutes, the alleged messages were everywhere, and one line in particular reverberated louder than all the rest. "I can't escape her." Who was Harry talking about? Was it Meghan? And how did these private words end up in the public domain? Industry analysts say the screenshots were first uploaded by an anonymous user notorious for celebrity leaks. By dawn, hashtags like #HarryGiselleTexts and #RoyalConfession were trending worldwide. In the messages, Harry appeared to vent about being overwhelmed. Every room, every headline, it's always Meghan. I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending. Another excerpt allegedly read, "I thought leaving the family would fix things. Instead, it feels like I traded one cage for another." Digital forensics specialists have not confirmed the message's authenticity, but at least one screenshot was reported to match Gisele's verified number. Buckingham Palace refused to comment, but insiders admitted the atmosphere behind palace doors was absolute panic. What unsettled royal staff even more was the person Harry was allegedly confiding in. Gisele Bündchen may seem like a surprising name, but their paths had crossed before. Nearly a decade ago, Harry and Gisele met briefly at a London Climate Initiative event. It was a professional encounter, but they stayed connected through overlapping philanthropic circles. Over the years, they occasionally saw each other at charity galas and environmental conferences. Now, those sporadic encounters are being recast through the lens of leaked late-night chats. Were Harry and Gisele simply long-distance confidants? Or was there more to this connection? Social media erupted with speculation. "Harry is clearly crying out for help, not flirting," one royal watcher wrote. Another countered, "This has emotional affair energy written all over it." The truth, however, remains frustratingly unclear. Nearly a decade ago, Harry and Gisele met briefly at a London Climate Initiative event. It was a professional encounter, but they stayed connected through overlapping philanthropic circles. Over the years, they occasionally saw each other at charity galas and environmental conferences. Now, those sporadic encounters are being recast through the lens of leaked late-night chats. Were Harry and Gisele simply long-distance confidants? Or was there more to this connection? Social media erupted with speculation. "Harry is clearly crying out for help, not flirting," one royal watcher wrote. Another countered, "This has emotional affair energy written all over it." The truth, however, remains frustratingly unclear. Gisele's camp was reportedly blindsided. A source close to her management team told reporters she was shocked. She believed her relationship with Harry was entirely platonic and philanthropic. The screenshot suggested otherwise, at least to a public eager to read between the lines. One viral exchange appeared to show Gisele gently asking, "Are you happy?" Harry allegedly replied, "Happiness is complicated when every move is branded, every word rehearsed." Gisele's representatives quickly released a rare statement denying any impropriety, calling rumors of romantic involvement categorically false. Behind the scenes, her lawyers began contacting US and UK outlets demanding retractions, but the damage was already done. Gisele's camp was reportedly blindsided. A source close to her management team told reporters she was shocked. She believed her relationship with Harry was entirely platonic and philanthropic. The screenshot suggested otherwise, at least to a public eager to read between the lines. One viral exchange appeared to show Gisele gently asking, "Are you happy?" Harry allegedly replied, "Happiness is complicated when every move is branded, every word rehearsed." Gisele's representatives quickly released a rare statement denying any impropriety, calling rumors of romantic involvement categorically false. Behind the scenes, her lawyers began contacting US and UK outlets demanding retractions, but the damage was already done. Gisele's camp was reportedly blindsided. A source close to her management team told reporters she was shocked. She believed her relationship with Harry was entirely platonic and philanthropic. The screenshot suggested otherwise, at least to a public eager to read between the lines. One viral exchange appeared to show Gisele gently asking, "Are you happy?" Harry allegedly replied, "Happiness is complicated when every move is branded, every word rehearsed." Gisele's representatives quickly released a rare statement denying any impropriety, calling rumors of romantic involvement categorically false. Behind the scenes, her lawyers began contacting US and UK outlets demanding retractions, but the damage was already done. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle's inner circle moved into full crisis mode. According to two sources close to her PR circle, Meghan was at their Montecito estate when the first screenshot surfaced. Her phone reportedly lit up with urgent calls from advisors, friends, and legal counsel. By midnight, she was said to be on a Zoom call with her PR team and digital security consultants. "We need to shut this down before it becomes Harry versus Meghan headlines for the next 6 months," Meghan allegedly told her team, according to one insider. But shutting it down was easier said than done. The screenshots had already been shared millions of times across multiple platforms. Digital forensic experts traced the initial uploads to an anonymous overseas user, making immediate legal action almost impossible. By morning, paparazzi swarmed the couple's California estate. Neighbors described a scene that looked like a war room, with black SUVs and security personnel surrounding the property. Harry, for his part, remained nearly silent. Those close to the Duke of Sussex described him as stunned and withdrawn. One insider claimed Meghan confronted him directly. "Did you write those things?" Harry's reported response. "It's complicated, but yes, those words look like mine." That admission sent shockwaves through royal commentators and the press. For years, Meghan and Harry had worked tirelessly to present a united front. Now, the public narrative had shifted. Was Harry feeling trapped in the very life he fought so hard to build? The crisis quickly deepened. A second batch of leaked messages surfaced just days later, allegedly pulled from a backup cloud account linked to Harry. This time, the excerpts were even more personal. "You're the only person I can talk to who doesn't see me as a brand," Harry allegedly wrote to Gisele. In another, he reflected, "Sometimes I wish I'd stayed in the army. At least there, people listened without judgment." These words, if authentic, raised serious questions about Harry's emotional state, and they reignited speculation about the strength of his marriage. Was this simply a case of private venting to a trusted friend, or did it point to deeper fractures behind closed doors? Crisis management experts said the Sussexes were facing one of their most serious reputational challenges yet. "This isn't about infidelity," one royal watcher explained. "It's about trust. Once the public believes there's a lack of trust in a marriage, it's incredibly hard to rebuild that image." Tabloids claimed Harry had temporarily moved into a guest house on the couple's Montecito property, an unverified report, but one that fed the growing narrative of separation. Meanwhile, Meghan's allies worried that public sympathy for Harry might eclipse her own carefully managed image. Gisele, too, faced a storm of unwanted attention. The supermodel, who has spent years fiercely guarding her privacy since her high-profile divorce from Tom Brady, suddenly found herself at the center of a royal scandal she had no interest in joining. In her native Brazil, the backlash was swift and complex. Some fans rallied behind her, calling the rumors British drama, unfairly dragging her into its orbit. Others wondered whether she had inadvertently crossed emotional boundaries with Harry. Brazilian tabloids splashed Gisele across their front pages. "Our national icon caught in royal crossfire," one São Paulo paper declared. An entertainment columnist added, "This could unfairly damage her legacy as a philanthropist and activist." Gisele's team hired two crisis PR firms, one in Los Angeles, one in São Paulo, to protect her brand. They doubled down on public appearances focused on charity work and sustainability, hoping to steer the conversation away from speculation about Harry. As the week unfolded, cybersecurity experts revealed troubling details. They believed the leaks did not originate from Gisele or Harry's phones, but from a compromised cloud backup. One consultant described it as a targeted breach, requiring significant resources and insider knowledge. Who was behind it? Some theorized the leak was orchestrated by paparazzi syndicates hungry for clicks. Others suspected a professional hacker group. There were even whispers of someone close to the Sussexes exploiting private information for revenge or profit, but no one could say for sure. The public narrative eventually split into two distinct camps. One painted Harry as a man trapped in a life he regretted, seeking comfort from a friend who truly understood him. The other cast him as a betrayer, undermining Meghan by confiding in another woman behind her back. A viral tweet summed up the polarized sentiment. Harry left one cage, only to feel trapped in another. Gisele's just trying to live her life, and Meghan's fighting ghosts on the internet. This is the strangest royal scandal yet. Polls reflected the divide. 45% blamed Harry for emotional disloyalty, 30% blamed hackers for violating his privacy, and 25% believed Meghan's public image would inevitably suffer, regardless of the truth. This wasn't the first time a leak had rocked the royal family. Commentators drew comparisons to past crises, such as Princess Diana's secret recordings surfacing in the 1990s, which shook the monarchy to its core. But those events unfolded in a world before viral hashtags and 24/7 digital media. Now, every line, every screenshot, every ambiguous quote was amplified instantly, and "I can't escape her" became the phrase etched into the public's memory. Was Harry referring to the media, to the relentless public scrutiny, or to Meghan herself? Royal analysts suggested all three interpretations could be true. The line captured the suffocating pressure of being a global figure. It also hinted at the emotional strain of a high-profile marriage constantly dissected by outsiders. That ambiguity may be the most damaging part of this entire saga, because once a single line captures the public imagination, it becomes almost impossible to outrun. Even as legal teams pursued the leaker, Meghan and Harry's foundation faced renewed scrutiny. Critics argued the couple could not lead public initiatives around mental health and privacy while struggling so visibly in their own private lives. Gisele's work, too, risked being overshadowed. One Brazilian journalist wrote, "She has built her brand on serenity and empowerment. This drama is the last thing she wants attached to her name." The palace remained silent, hoping the frenzy would pass. But others warned that silence could be interpreted as guilt, or worse, confirmation. What do you think? Were these leaked messages simply the private frustrations of a man under enormous pressure? Or do they reveal a deeper rift between Harry and Meghan than anyone suspected? And perhaps the bigger question, can their marriage and their public brand ever fully recover from this?